Oh, glory. Yeah. So, my worst relationship experience. Man. So much, man. It was this one person that we were talking. Okay, we were talking for a while, maybe a few months actually. We were talking for a few months, and he used to say stuff to me that, and I was always iffy about how I felt about it. Like, he would call me names, like names that would be disrespectful to somebody you don't know. But to me, I was like, oh, that's cute. He calling me like a nickname. Like, you know, okay, for instance, some guys call girls big head or something like that, you know? And big head is like, it's been labeled as cute. So you would accept it and you'd be like, I ain't no big head or something like that. Like, you know, like, and so it was stuff like that. He always used to call me stuff like that when we were talking. And I say, oh, that's so cute. And like, I mean, I was just so stupid. Oh God, oh God. Anyway, like, I found him physically attractive, right? So yeah, let's leave it like that. And we talked for a while, and it was a lot of red flags that I probably should have just done something about. I saw the red flags, but I never do anything about red flags. I never did before. And I didn't even date this guy that long. In the relationship, we just started dating, like, remind you, like, we were talking for a while. In the relationship, that's when he started like calling me some things. And then, like, I have a very big personality, right? So when you're talking to me, I could say something wild, or I say corny jokes sometimes too. I could be awkward. And then if I do something like that in the chat, he'll be like, he'd just say something really, and it was so disrespectful to me. And I took it, you know. I didn't like it, and I told him about it like once, and he didn't stop. Like, he eased up a little bit, but then he just went right back to it. And then even when I would see him in person sometimes, like before when we were just talking, he used to pinch me and stuff like that, like, you know, like, and I was like, oh, he pinching me, that's cute. But then, like, I realized, like, after we was in a relationship, this boy started pushing me and stuff like that. And I mean, he never hit me, like punch me or slap me or nothing like that, right? But still, don't be pushing me. Like, who am I? Like, who you is? Like, you know. And so it was like that. Yet, and remind you, I only was with him like, I don't know, 3 days, maybe a week at most. I can't even remember, because I had to erase him of my memory. But anyway, we was only together for a short time. And so this is how things ended. I was in a competition, and I met this girl. Like, we were getting interviewed for something, and the girl, I met this girl, she just crossed around. So I introduced myself, you know, trying to be nice, trying to, you know, calm the tension, because, you know, you about to go on an interview, everybody nervous, and it's like, you want to calm down. Start talking to this girl, and somehow she said, oh, you know my boyfriend, he goes to your school, because I told her what school I went to. And I was like, oh yeah, what's his name? And she told me. And when she told me his name, I was like, say that again. And she said it, and I described him. I said, he like this, he, you know, he look like this. And then she was like, yeah, that's him. And I say, oh, okay. I was like, oh, nice, okay. And listen to me, the feeling that came over my body, oh man, that day was terrible. That day was a terrible day. I just gone in his chat, I ain't say nothing to him. I ain't say nothing. I just delete all our messages, delete him off all my stuff, and that was that. And like, I didn't block him, but I just deleted him off everything, and he kept messaging me what happened and rowing me and all of that, you know, all of that. I never answered him. Now, I won't lie. A couple months ago, well, not a couple months, a while ago, I messaged him, and child, he say some things to me, child. So yeah, that was a terrible relationship, and I can't even tell you why I was there. I can't.
Worst relationship experience, I believe, would be like everybody else, getting cheated on. Only difference is, in my situation, I was with a guy for 5 years, and then I found out I was the weekend girlfriend when the ex-wife came back pregnant with the third child.
The worst part of being in a relationship, the worst experience, that I have experienced, not in this current relationship, but in past relationship, is I have been cheated on. So being cheated on is not a fun thing to deal with. It is very hurtful, especially when you have been faithful. So I think cheating is just the worst thing. It takes a toll on somebody, you know, being cheated on. It's very hurtful.
My best relationship experience. Best relationship would be like, I don't know. All of them felt the same to me. So, you know what? I think my best relationship experience came from somebody I wasn't even in a relationship with. Like, we had a situationship. We had a, you know, like, when you're together but you ain't together, like, that's what we had. And he was somebody who, again, like, we was just talking for a long time. We were friends. We literally were just friends for a long time. And listen, every time I go on his chat, every time he came in my chat, we would just laugh. We could laugh, just like how I have close friends, and I have a best friend. Like, with all of my closest friends, if they come by me right now, we would sit down and we would laugh for hours. And with him, it was like the first time I started talking to him, it was like that. It was like we just clicked, and I really liked that about him. And we went on dates, like when we started like talking, like not just being friends, like when we moved on to like this talking phase, like we went on dates and stuff like that. And every date me and this guy went on, he paid for everything. And like for me, I find that really cool, because like you know, like that's something that not everyone does. Everyone doesn't, well, one, a lot of people don't go on dates like that, and then two, like them to pay for all the dates, child, is the next story, child. But anyway, I found that really nice. And it was to the point where, like, it was this one time we went to the movies, and he was coming late. He told me he was coming late, and that's one thing about him. He always used to tell me, hey, I'm gonna be late, or this and that. He was very communicative. Like, he always told me. And so I was like, okay, yeah, all right, that's cool, I'll be here, I'll wait. And I got our tickets. I bought both of our tickets. And when he came, he tried to give me the money for the tickets. He was like, oh, you didn't have to buy it, yada yada. And I was like, oh, it's fine, whatever. And so I was insisting that he would just let me pay for it, because, you know, like, I think like he be buying everything. So it's like, you know, you don't need to be saying you doing all this stuff for me. Like, even though we ain't together and we friends and all of that, like, let me do something for you. You know what I mean? And he just insisted the whole night, and I was like, wait, I ain't taking your money, so you might as well shut up. When I got home that night, I look at my bag, and I saw the money all balled up in the corner. That was the cutest thing ever, and that was the nicest thing ever, because I was like, something wrong with this boy. But then again, like, you know, very, very determined. And so yeah, like, I think he was definitely my best situationship. He was my best person, I guess.
Best experience would be I was dating a guy for a couple of years and we were still in the honeymoon phase. I was having a really bad day at work and we were living together. When I came home, he had my bath drawn, he had dinner on the stove, he had my favorite bottle of wine in the freezer, he made me go in the tub, played my favorite album, gave me a book to read, and he left me there for an hour just to calm myself down so the attitude that I had from work wouldn't be reflected towards him.
The best relationship experience is the one that I'm currently in. I have been with my significant other for 6 years, and I would say that longevity is the best thing. It's seeing that person grow with you and how y'all grow together and go from being, like I said, I'm 28 and I've been in my relationship for 6 years. So I've been with my significant other since I was like 21, 22. So just the growth that we both have and which I have seen in him and which he has seen in me. So it's basically longevity.
So when I prayed, I'll tell you a few things that I did pray. I prayed for a God-fearing man. I prayed.
Oh, God.
I prayed for discernment. I prayed for wisdom, to really learn from the wisdom that I'm gaining through the experience that I'm going through. I prayed for a man that loved kids, because obviously me having my son, that was, if you're gonna love me, you gotta love him. I prayed for a man that was worldly as well, because I love to explore. So someone that's gonna edify my world is important to me. I was ready to level up. But I can go on and on. I prayed many different things.
Wow, but you got all the things you were praying on.
God is good. God is good.